What's going on, everyone? We're back with episode 6 of the Road to the Top 100, and in this game, actually facing off with a guy ranked in the top 100. So what a perfect time to break out the pistol bunch tight end scheme. I'll put a link here for part 1. There's 6 different videos I broke down this past weekend. So after this video, if you want to check out part 1 and go through them all, please do. I've been loving the feedback from you guys saying that you're having good success with this and how much trouble you're giving people on offense. So please keep giving me the feedback. Let me know what you guys think. And hopefully this gameplay footage will be a little more helpful to breaking down the scheme too. In this video, I'm not going to do so much commentary about general stuff, but more so focus on the scheme, what I'm seeing, what kind of plays I'm breaking down. As you saw a few seconds ago, my usual audibles here are flood is usually the first audible. That one can change. And then I like to use halfback zone. Sorry, drawing a blank there. Slot option, verticals, those close it out. As far as the flood quick audible, I mean, that can be the fake screen or it can be Saints flood, whichever one you want. Or I guess cross drag too if you really want that. But for the most part, I like to use flood and then I come out in either Saints drag for here, like a quick pass or motioning over for that threat, or I like to come out in the fake screen or cross drag. It's really just kind of getting a feel for my opponent. Here this guy's running a lot of 3-4, sending heat often. I don't know what happened there, just complete miss block. But against somebody like this who's running a lot of these 3-4 heavy blitz sets, and that's just a dumb read, guys. You got to learn from my mistake here early on. If you see a user player even sprinting or leaning towards that bunch side of bunch tight end, don't throw the motion quick pass. The goal is to get your opponent cheating down on that route, but then be smarter than I was and actually withhold yourself and hit the corner out or hit the delayed fade. So that was a complete terrible read. But luckily we were able to hold him on defense and get the ball back, only down 10-0. So against somebody who's running a lot of cover 2 blitzes, like it seems like this guy's running a lot of the cover 2 blitzes, then what I'll do is go with the fake screen, cross drag, or slot option. I mean, slot option, again, that's part 1 of the scheme. That play gives people fits trying to stop it. And so that's what I'll do. Number 1 is get the big turnover right there. I don't know what he was thinking. I had the flat zone sitting right on Zeke. Tries to do, I guess he thought he was going to do a quick out because I was sending the heat. It does not work. And just like that, we got the lead back up 14-10. So getting back to some of the scheme, I mean, if somebody's running cover 4 or cover 3 repeatedly, then and dropping back, not really sending heat, then that's when you're going to be able to use the flood play, which is a great zone beater. You can hit them with the Saints drag quick passes, but then also slot option still works, fantastically against those type of plays too. So slot option, fake screen, I mean, I'll run that against anything. Saints drag is mainly a zone beater play. It's something that you can run anywhere on the field, but with Saints drag, I like to kind of save it for if it's a 3rd and 4 and I need a first down, save it for that, or maybe I'm in the red zone and my quarterback sneak's getting a little bit slowed up at a fake screen, then I can go to that and usually expect that I'm going to get at least 5 yards to punch it in there. So again, what you're seeing here, this guy's running a ton of the 3-4 blitzes, sending 6-7 guys, oftentimes 7 guys, every rip, and we finally catch him. I think he was actually in cover 4 and sent 7 there. So we were able to do that quick pass, take it in all the way for 6. And at this point, I don't know, I think he's a little shook. Started locking him up after a couple big runs by Zeke Elliott to get him going early. So able to hopefully, I should put him away right here. Halfback zone, I forgot about that play earlier. I'll run it against 3-4, but I don't love it against 3-4. It works, but the outside linebackers will often get a block shed. So what I'd rather do is save it for nickel 3-3-5, or 1-4-6. Otherwise, if I want to run the ball, I'll usually run fake screen. And with Jackson, you can usually pick up a good 5 yards on the scramble, and I'll just take that instead of running halfback zone. But halfback zone is something I just like to have if I see a good, favorable front. Then I want to have that ability to audible to it if I want to. Getting to this drive, I don't know what happened. Lamar Jackson, I should have got picked off. That was a terrible read. What's good about this offense is you usually make the user defender pick who do they want to defend, and you go the other way. But the key there is I made a mistake, and I threw it right at where he was usering. So if I would have gone to the crossing route, the opposite side, probably would have had a first down. Same thing there with the Saints drag. That out route, kill zone coverage. He was wide open, but I clicked on and I just held Y instead of holding A for him to dive down. That's just, a simple mistake in execution, and that's on me. If I were to hold A, he goes down. That's a first down. So I had a chance to really bury this guy at the end of the half. I missed my chance to potentially go up either 24-10 or 28-10. But guys, this offense is very simple and effective. It's all about execution. And I say it, I think in probably every video I do, I make dumb reads. I just can't execute like I used to. But if you guys lab this offense up, perfect the reads, and as long as you make the right read, you're going to continue, moving down the field, being unstoppable. It's only whenever you make the wrong read, maybe your user opponent makes a fantastic play and baits you into the wrong read, then that's when I usually get stopped. But for the most part, if I'm making the right read, I'm putting up points every single drive with this offense because of the spacing and the ability to beat almost any coverage on the field. It's really just a complete package, I feel like, on offense. You can beat man, zone, blitzes, you have quick passes, deep crossing routes, the delayed fade route. There's just so much you can do with this pistol bunch tight end formation. And we get another user pick. Guys, this guy's ranked in the top 100, and I think his scheme is definitely run Zeke over and over and over again. But once we got ahead, slowed up the run, then got a lead, he was just done from there. He's just struggling to move the ball. But as we're getting back, I missed my chance to really put him away at the end of the first half. Here, getting the ball again, I just am not. He's sending 7 every play. Lamar Jackson had a couple overthrows and bad plays there. 4th and 12, you're going to see here again. Rolling out, the slant's wide open. I miss it. I just throw the crossing route in double coverage, so that's just on me again. So I'm giving this guy tons of lives to stick around, but I'm hoping, even though I'm not putting up a touchdown every play, I'm bringing you guys a real game footage against the opponent who's at least ranked highly, running the nation's defense right now at a 3-4, so you can learn from my mistakes. You can see where I execute well, and you can see some things that I could have done better to note for you moving forward about, where could you possibly take what I'm doing and run with it from there. As we're getting back, here I'm mixing up 3-4, 4-4, really trying to slow this guy down. He's a Zeke guy. I don't know what you want to call him. He's a Zeke baller. The guys who run eye tight, eye close, strong eye tight, just pound Zeke every single play and hope that he stiff arms and can break it to the house. There's nothing wrong with that if that's your style. But a lot of people, once they get slowed down or fall behind with that type of offense, they just aren't used to passing, so they don't have the reads, they don't have the plays developed and able to come back and put up points quickly and move the ball quickly unless they break a 70-yard run. That's why, although I was loving the Lamar Jackson fake jet power out of doubles Y off, what I like more about this pistol bunch tight end set is I'm passing almost every play, generally with very simple reads. Again, Lamar Jackson, I started falling apart here in the second half. But very simple reads. But I can also run a QB draw if I want to, or I can run halfback zone if I want to. So it's a pass-first offense, but especially when you're hitting the shorter, quicker passes, it really works like a run game in addition to the QB draw. I feel more comfortable in that because, one, I think you're able to gain the confidence that if you happen to make a bad play like I did, early on in the game, and you have to start passing, you're not uncomfortable passing. You're already passing every play, you have the reads, and you're able to build on that confidence. The other side of it is if you're passing every play and you do make a bad read, that's when you can throw a pick and make a mistake. So it's kind of a double-edged sword on that part, but for the most part, I think it's more of an advantage that I get to see what kind of defenses they like to run in passing situations. I get used to making reads against the blitz, against coverage. And so overall, I think passing first is becoming more my favorite strategy this year, despite the running game being so effective. As we're getting to the game, he's trying to get points. If I were him, I probably just would have kicked 3 a little bit ago, try the onside and see what happens. But he's trying to get in there and score a touchdown here late. And pretty much at this point, he's just it's a wrap. And he probably should have a touchdown there, but we get the drop pass. Going for 4th and 2. You guys can probably see where this one's going. Up 11 with 11 seconds left. Get the deflection. The game's over. He's going to quit out. So I hope you guys enjoyed some of the game footage. Let me know what you think of the scheme below. Please subscribe and make sure to check out that link to part 1 if you haven't seen it already.